to today's video. This is a yoga sequence, bed yoga sequence to feel good in the morning. Tension that a lot of us experience when we first wake up in the morning. So this sequence is going to address those areas like the hips, the low back, and stuff like that. So go ahead and either lie down in bed, or if you want to do this on the floor like me, you can. And we're going to find a comfortable position on our back. So you may choose to have the legs lengthened out, or you might be in constructive rest with the knees bent here and maybe allowing the knees to fall in towards each other. So your arms might be beside you, or you could rest your hands on your belly. And we're just going to connect in with the breath here. You might close the eyes. Just starting to tune into your inhale and exhale. Just noticing the sensation of your breath. There's no need to change anything about your breath. And first thing in the morning, you might notice your breath feels a little bit shallow, or it might be hard to get a deep breath in, and that's okay. Just relaxing the body as much as possible and allowing the breath to move naturally. Good. So feel free to close your eyes for as much of this as you'd like. We're going to bring the knees in towards the chest and grab each knee with a hand and draw some circles. So pull the knees away from each other and start to draw circles with the knees. And we'll go the other way. Good. All right, bringing the feet down to the floor. We'll bring them wide. So if you're on a mat, about mat width apart, or on your bed, just a little bit wider than your hips. And we're going to come into some windshield wipers. So letting the knees fall to one side, hanging out here for a second, and then bringing the knees back up and over to the other side. Just taking your time. You might even move with your breath here. Inhaling back up and exhaling over to the side. So just a nice massaging here of the hips and the low back. And next time you come to center, you can stop there. All right, we're going to bring some sort of support under the low back. So this could be a pillow. You could fold up a blanket. You might even want to fold a pillow in half or double stack some pillows. Whatever's most comfortable. So we're going to go through a few postures with the support under the low back. If it doesn't feel good for you, don't worry about it. You can move the support and do these without that added kind of lifting of the low back and pelvis. Now we're going to pull the right knee in towards the chest. Now that left knee can stay bent, or you can lengthen the leg out. Just taking deep breaths here into the low belly. Good. So having the pelvis elevated here might open up the left hip a little bit more, a little bit deeper of a stretch there. On your next exhale, gently release the right leg down, and we'll switch. You might even change the clasp of your fingers. And maybe the right leg extends long. So this could be a really nice release for the low back, as well as starting to stretch the hips. So you can keep your neck, shoulders, head all nice and relaxed. Good. Next exhale, release. Then we'll bring both feet to the floor here. So coming into a supported bridge. So if you've done bridge pose, you know we normally lift our hips up towards the ceiling. It's a nice active posture. With this elevation already under the low back, all we're going to do is hang out here, kind of like we did at the beginning. You might turn the heels out, let the knees fall in. And now the more you elevate your pelvis, if you stack multiple pillows or fold them in half, the more you might feel this, but you might be surprised by how little it takes here and just a little bit of relaxation that you can actually get a really nice release through the low back. If you've got some SI joint pain, this might help relieve some of that pain or tension. So I invite you here to just breathe, and each exhale, see if you can get a little bit heavier, melt a little bit more into the floor. And feel free to close your eyes. All right, from here, feel free to keep the support. We're going to come into butterfly by bringing the soles of the feet together and letting the knees fall out. So lots of options. You might have the feet further out, closer in. You might also choose to put some supports under the knees. So sometimes just letting the knees fall out and gravity pull them down is a little bit too much for the hips or the inner thighs. So you could place some pillows or blankets underneath the knees or the leg here. And again, we're just allowing the body to soften here. So giving your nervous system some time to feel safe so your muscles can start to unwind a little bit. Having this elevation under the low back can be really nice. I know a common thing I often wake up with is lower back pain. So sometimes that can be if your mattress is a little bit too soft and your low back sinks into the mattress. We have a natural curve in our low back. And so with this elevation, we're kind of helping our spine come into that neutral position. So this can be a nice way to counteract that if you wake up with low back pain. All right, from here we'll come into a hip stretch. So bringing the knees back, take your time. We'll bring the right ankle over the left knee. Flex the right toes back and press the right leg away from you. So if that's enough, hang out here. To deepen, we'll pull the left thigh in towards the body, keeping those right toes flexed. And you might also press your right leg away from you with your right elbow. So we're kind of pulling the left thigh in while we're pushing the right leg away. We counteract that movement, keeping the hips square. And come back to your breath. Good. On the bottom of your next exhale, gently release. And we'll switch sides, bringing that left heel to the right knee. Flex the toes and press the leg away. And again, you can stay here or deepen by pulling the right thigh in towards you. So flexing those toes back towards the shin helps engage muscles around the knee to protect the joint. We don't actually want any sensation at all in the knee here. Good, next exhale, release. And just take a moment here with the feet on the floor or on your bed and just notice how you feel. Just noticing if anything shifted. Anything feels a little bit different or better, and if not, that's okay too. And then if you have a few minutes here, you can lengthen the legs out, or you can stay in that constructive rest position. Coming into a little shavasana. So if you're just getting up in the morning, just using this as like a little meditation time to center yourself before heading into your day. So the eyes can close if that feels good. And just releasing each exhale, any tension. That could be tension in the body, that could be tension in your mind and your thoughts. And just sitting or lying here with your breath. So I invite you to stay here for as long as you have time for. And whenever you're ready, no rush, you can bring some movement back into your body, maybe take a big stretch. And make your way up into a seat. So I hope that that sequence leaves you feeling a little bit better in the morning and ready for your day. So I hope I will see you in another video very soon. Take care and namaste.